Local breaking news. This is WYFF News 4 at 6 in high definition.
A possible mass grave of horses. Tonight, the investigation into dead animals found on an upstate property and a look at the surviving.
South Carolina's longest-serving sheriff admits to breaking the law, the sentence his lawyers suggest.
And continuing News 4 coverage of recent child pornography investigations in Greenville County. Tonight, the school district is talking, and we begin with the latest on two separate cases of child porn, both involving men who were teaching in the Greenville County schools.
The district is fielding questions from parents, wanting everyone to know that criminal pictures and videos did not come through district internet or computers. It was actually the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children who contacted the school district. Here's News 4's Nigel Robertson.
Here at the Greenville County School District office, officials are looking at both cases still. Dan Archer at Malden Middle School and Christopher Smith at Ralph Chandler Middle School. What the district wants everyone to know is that in both cases, the pornographic software or the pornographic videos were found on personal devices. Malden Middle's case, it was on a personal computer. At Ralph Chandler Middle School, it was on a thumb drive.
So the process was a little different. Usually if we find something within the district, we do our investigation, call law enforcement, they do their investigation. All these came from the outside, went to law enforcement, then to us.
In fact, the district software blocks any website considered adult. In the past 24 hours, more than 4.8 million websites were blocked, according to the district. 7,576 were considered adult or pornographic.
That number will continue to increase because new websites come online every day. And you're talking about 72,000 students, 10,000 employees, hundreds if not thousands of visitors each day that may use the district infrastructure to access the internet.
What is not being handled here at the district office is the criminal investigation. That is being taken care of by the Greenville County Sheriff's Office and the FBI. In Greenville, Nigel Robertson, WYFF News 4.
Christopher Smith has resigned, and the district says it has been unable to reach Dan Archer, so for now he has been placed on leave until the board can take final action. This isn't the first time upstate teachers have been arrested on child pornography charges. WYFF News 4 investigates. Tim Waller found other cases while digging through teacher disciplinary records.
Carol, there haven't been many cases like the ones now being investigated in Greenville County, but there have been a few. In fact, our review of state disciplinary actions against teachers show 5 cases involving child pornography over the last 5 years, 3 of those in the upstate. In 2012, Spartanburg County authorities arrested Woodruff Middle School math lab teacher Mark Souza. He was charged with possession of child pornography. Investigators say they found thousands of images of child porn on Souza's personal computer. In 2011, in Greenville County, Hillcrest High School science teacher Michael Riddle was charged with sexual exploitation of a minor. Reportedly, a termite inspector knocked over a cooler in the crawl space of his home and found dozens of child porn photos. Greer police also found images on Riddle's computer. And in 2009, in Union County, Monarch Elementary School music teacher Samuel Worley was charged with sexual exploitation of a minor after authorities found images of child porn on his personal computer at his home. We also found an assortment of disciplinary actions taken against teachers for accessing adult pornography on their school-issued computers. In those cases, the teachers had their teaching certificates suspended or revoked by the State Board of Education. The penalties for this are severe. Michael?
Tim, thank you. Investigators right now are looking into a report of animal cruelty on a property in Lawrence County. 3 horses and a donkey have already been seized from Arnold's Lane in Waterloo. The animals are now at Big Oaks Rescue Farm in Greenwood, and the owner there, Joe Mann, says the animals he's caring for were the only survivors. Mann says he saw a hole on the property with more than 20 dead horses in it.
I've never seen a hole with animals just pushed in it. Not even the decency to bury them, just pile them in a hole. No, it's something you never forget. You never forget seeing it.
The Lawrence County Sheriff's Office is investigating this. Deputies tell us dead animals were also found on the property, but they won't say how many. The incident report says the owner of the animals has been buying sickly horses and then selling them.
Police say it's a tragic case where a mother thought she had stored an unloaded gun beyond her child's reach, but he still died from an accidental shooting. WYFF News 4's Myra Ruiz joins us with more on this. Myra.
Well, Carol, Simpsonville Police Chief Keith Groundsell says it appears the mother took extra steps to keep that gun out of harm's way, but didn't really know that the gun was not fully unloaded.
During the holidays, obviously, it makes it even worse.
An autopsy revealed 3-year-old Michael Boyles died from an accidental gunshot to the head. Officials say it happened after he removed a semi-automatic gun from a dresser drawer.
And we've determined that at this point, unless something else comes out, we are not going to pursue charges against the mother.
Greenville County Coroner Parks Evans says Deanna Boyles had kept the gun, which belonged to her late husband. 37-year-old Richard Eugene Boyles died from cancer in May.
The mother did take precautions. It wasn't that she didn't, she just didn't know how to properly unload a gun.
The chief says mom had removed the magazine.
But instead of releasing the magazine and then racking the slide several times to make sure the chamber is clear and then looking visually and physically inspecting it, she didn't do that because she didn't know to do that.
Chief Groundsell says the gun was in a drawer above the child's head.
And unfortunately, the child was able to stack some presents and get up into the dresser drawer. I mean, anytime a child loses their life, no matter why or how, it's very sad.
And the child who died also had a 2-year-old little brother who was at home when this shooting happened. The funeral home, Watkins, Garrett and Woods, will handle the funeral arrangements. Michael?
Myra, thank you. Today, South Carolina's longest-serving sheriff admitted to breaking the law. The plea was filed in federal court for Lexington County Sheriff James Metz. This is the bribery case that involved protecting people who were in the country illegally from deportation. His attorney suggested Metz serve 3 years of probation with no jail time. The judge will make that final decision on a sentence later on.
Christmas crooks are targeting stores and your vehicles right now. WYFF News 4's Mike McCormick with the unbelievable amount of money taken from one family.
Basically everything from the glove compartment and the console had just been thrown out, and it was all over the ground.
John Murphy's car turned out to be the Christmas gift a thief won't soon forget.
We just made a mistake. Now we're paying for it.
Murphy says his wife cashed her paycheck and put the cash in her glove compartment while she ran errands. She forgot about the $1,000 and a crook found it Sunday night.
She was pretty hysterical.
Break-ins happened at 3 other homes in their subdivision, but the thief got the most from the Murphys.
And that was all of our Christmas money. So it was $1,000 that we hadn't Christmas shopped for the kids yet at all. I mean, a few things here and there, but overall hadn't bought anything for them. So that's their Christmas.
Spartanburg County deputies say this time of year there's an increase in all crimes, including shoplifting. Police say shoplifting cases are down in the city, but car break-ins are happening everywhere.
I know that over the last week or so I've seen a couple reports where windows have been broken out.
The Murphys' hearts may be broken, but their Christmas spirit is very much intact.
You know, we're Christians, so you know, they stole our money, but they're not going to steal our joy, because our joy is from Jesus Christ and not from stuff.
In another car break-in case, police say a thief smashed the window on a vehicle, but the only thing inside was a jacket. Officers believe the thief mistook it for a purse. So police say it's not a good idea to leave anything, not even a jacket, in your vehicle. Mike McCormick, WYFF News 4 in Spartanburg.